Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
It shoves him off at the 20.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense.
They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
On third down, here's Purdy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Purdy.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
19 Tiger.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Down to the 42, 2nd down. The Lions at 7-5 now in the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career.
And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Lamar Jackson, 70 yards. And the Ravens are able to move back in front. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
They go play action here. Purdy. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Trying to find Jameson Williams, and it's 3rd down. I mean, look at this Baltimore defense.
Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 16. Breaks through the contact.
And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Play action. Now Jackson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. At that time, finally a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense. I guarantee they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
The drive will start with an option going left. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They go with Chubb on second down.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
And the Raven first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 4.
They go play action with Jackson.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Shotgun now with Purdy. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack block.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And the Lions have taken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And a nice gain at 21 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 10.
From the gun, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Ravens 1st down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens have yet again retaken the lead.
Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it 6 points on the board.
Lions 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Purdy now to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Now Purdy.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw.
Steps away to his left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Purdy from the gun. Going underneath. Gibbs has it.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie things at 17-all. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
In motion left, Flowers. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They go play action now. Jackson flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
On third down, Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown. Zay Flowers hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Ravens 24, Lions 17. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. straight ahead with Gibbs here.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
On the end around, here comes Williams. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Picked off by Charvarius Ward.
And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
By number 11. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and a yard. Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better, 2 weeks in a row.
And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes guys on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down at 7. Here's Purdy.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Ferguson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
19 tight, 19 tight. Let's go.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
That's good for Lions. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Good play, boys. Come on, man. Let's make it tight here. Stay tough.
Time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. He's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Middle.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here. They have any hopes of winning this game.
Master, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Jackson going to shift him around.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 24-yard gain.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and get...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Jackson to throw.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Ravens, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.